Beloved chosen one, stop for a moment and listen with your whole body, not just your ears. Something is happening around you that cannot be explained by coincidence or routine. You did not land on this message by chance. There is a spiritual pressure forming, a force approaching, and your spirit has been alerted ahead of time. This is how divine order works. Heaven always warns the ones who are chosen before impact arrives. What you are feeling is not anxiety, it is awareness. You may not have words for it yet, but you feel it in your chest, in your breathing, in the way your body responds to the world lately. Your tolerance has shifted. Things that once felt normal now feel heavy. Conversations that used to excite you now drain you. Your body is no longer willing to cooperate with environments that are misaligned. This is not weakness. This is discernment activating at a physical level. When a spiritual force is about to strike, it knocks on the body first. You have likely tried to ignore it. You told yourself you were just tired, just stressed, just overthinking, but deep down, you know this is different. There is a sense of expectancy mixed with discomfort, a strange urgency without clear instructions yet. This is the tension before divine movement. Comfort would keep you asleep, but discomfort wakes you up. That is why this season feels unsettling. You are being shaken awake, not pushed away. Chosen one. Understand this truth clearly. Spiritual power requires a prepared vessel. When heaven releases weight, it tests the structure before it releases the load. That is why your body is responding. That is why your nervous system feels stretched. That is why rest does not feel like it used to. You are being reinforced from the inside. What is coming would crush the old version of you. That version must be retired now. You may have noticed that you are more sensitive than before. Noise irritates you, chaos exhausts you. Superficiality feels unbearable. This is not you becoming difficult. This is you becoming refined. Sensitivity is the cost of carrying light. Those who are chosen cannot afford to be numb. Your body is learning to reject what would weaken you when the force arrives. There is also a quiet separation happening. Some people feel distant. Some paths feel closed. Some desires have faded without explanation. Do not chase what is falling away. Detachment is part of preparation. When God prepares a vessel, He lightens the load. You cannot soar carrying what belongs to a previous season. What feels like loss now is actually protection. You are standing at the edge of a moment that will change how you see yourself. The reason you are being warned is because you have a choice in how this force meets you. If you resist preparation, it will feel overwhelming. If you align, it will feel empowering. Many people encounter divine force and call it chaos because they were unprepared. You are being given the grace of awareness ahead of time. Notice how your body has been asking for simplicity, cleaner thoughts, cleaner habits, more silence, more honesty. This is not a trend or a phase. This is instinct. Creation always prepares before a storm. Animals sense it. The sky signals it. The earth responds. You are part of that same design. Your body knows before your mind understands. Do not shame yourself for needing rest right now. Do not judge yourself for slowing down. Strength is not always loud. Sometimes strength looks like restraint. Sometimes it looks like saying no. Sometimes it looks like pulling back so you can stand firm later. The force that is coming will require stability, not speed. As the apostle reminds us in his letter to the Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 9. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. This is not saying you are weak in failure. It is saying that your awareness of limitation is what makes room for divine power. Preparation often feels like weakness because pride is being stripped away. But pride cannot carry what humility can sustain. You are not losing strength, you are exchanging it. Old strength relied on control, endurance, and self-reliance. New strength relies on alignment, obedience, and surrender. That is why this feels unfamiliar. Your body is learning a new way to stand, a way that will not collapse under glory. Do not numb yourself in this season. Do not drown the signals with distraction. Do not override conviction just to stay comfortable. This is not the moment to prove how tough you are by ignoring what you feel. This is the moment to become unshakable by listening. Every great move of God was preceded by a season of preparation that felt uncomfortable to the flesh. Even now, as you hear these words, something inside you is agreeing, not emotionally but physically, a tightening, a stillness, a recognition. That is your confirmation. Heaven has your attention, and you have been given time to respond. This is mercy. If this message resonates with you, anchor it. Like this message, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe so you remain connected as this unfolds. And as a prophetic sign of readiness, at the end of this message, comment the number 77 to declare that you are aware, aligned, and preparing for what is coming. You are beginning to realize something profound. Your body sensed this long before your mind was willing to admit it. Before you had language, before you had certainty, before you had courage, your body already knew. That tightening in your chest, the sudden exhaustion, the restless nights, the waves of emotion that seemed to come from nowhere, these were not flaws to be fixed. They were messages. Your body has always been more spiritually intelligent than you were taught to believe. You were trained to override it, to push through fatigue, to silence intuition, to medicate discomfort instead of interpreting it. But now, that old programming is failing you. The signals are too strong to ignore. Your body is no longer cooperating with denial. This is because the season you are entering requires truth at every level. Spiritual force cannot flow through a vessel that is disconnected from itself. So the reconnection begins in the flesh. You may have noticed how your body reacts instantly now. Certain places drain you within minutes. Certain people leave you feeling heavy without saying a word. Certain habits that once soothed you now make you feel dull or sick. This is discernment descending from the spirit into the nervous system. You are no longer processing life only through logic. You are processing it through alignment. This is why it feels overwhelming at times. You are receiving more data than before. You feel things others ignore. You sense shifts others dismiss. And because you were never taught how to hold this awareness, you sometimes interpret it as anxiety or weakness, but it is neither, and it is sensitivity being restored. And sensitivity is a prerequisite for stewardship. Your body is the first place where obedience is practiced. Before you obey with words, you obey with rest. Before you obey with action, you obey with restraint. Right now, your body is asking you to slow down, not because you are incapable, but because speed would cause damage at the level you are about to carry. Weight requires balance. Power requires grounding. There is a reason ancient spiritual disciplines always involved the body. Fasting, kneeling, lifting hands, walking in silence. These were not rituals for show. They were ways of training the body to host presence. You are being brought back into that ancient wisdom, not through tradition, but through necessity. Your body is demanding alignment because misalignment would be dangerous in the next phase. You may feel like you are losing control. Old strategies no longer work. Forcing outcomes leaves you depleted. Multitasking leaves you scattered. This is intentional. Control must loosen so attunement can sharpen. The more you try to dominate this season, the more resistance you feel. The moment you listen, your body softens. That is the difference between striving and cooperating. Notice how your breath has changed. How shallow breathing increases your tension, and slow breathing restores clarity. Even this is spiritual. Breath has always been sacred. It is the bridge between the physical and the unseen. When your breath is erratic, your discernment is clouded. When your breath is steady, your spirit has room to speak. You are learning again how to inhabit yourself. There is also grief surfacing that you did not expect. Old memories, old disappointments, old versions of yourself that never felt safe enough to be felt before. This is not regression. This is release. The body stores what the mind refuses to process. Now that you are becoming strong enough, the body is letting it go. This is why healing feels messy before it feels peaceful. You are not falling apart. You are coming back together in the correct order. Spirit first, then body, then mind. The world taught you the reverse, and it left you fragmented. This reordering is uncomfortable, but it is necessary. You cannot step into spiritual authority while being at war with your own body. Unity within is what creates authority without. There are moments when you wish you could go back to being numb, back to being less aware. But deep down, you know you cannot. Once the body awakens, it does not return to sleep. This is why this phase feels irreversible. Something ancient has been activated. No, you are remembering how to listen, and listening changes everything. According to what is revealed in the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 23, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. This is not only emotional. In ancient understanding, the heart represented the center of the inner life, the place where thought, will, and body converge. Guarding it means paying attention to what affects your inner state, because your entire life flows from that center. Your body is helping you guard that center now. It reacts before you rationalize. It resists before you compromise. It warns before damage occurs. This is not an inconvenience. This is a gift. The more you honor it, the clearer your path becomes. The more you ignore it, the louder it will speak. You are learning that discipline is not punishment. It is protection. Boundaries are not restriction. They are reinforcement. Rest is not laziness. It is strategy. The body understands this instinctively. It is only the mind that resists, but the mind will catch up in time. For now, your role is not to explain what is happening. It is to cooperate with it, to listen without judgment, to adjust without fear, to trust that intelligence greater than your own is guiding this process. Your body knows first because it was designed to respond to God before it responds to culture. This section of the journey is quiet, internal, and deeply personal. No one else needs to understand it. No one else needs to validate it. The evidence will come later. For now, the work is invisible, but it is real, and it is essential. What you are experiencing now is the weight before the lifting. This is the pressure that comes right before promotion, the narrowing that happens before expansion. If you had stepped into what is coming without this season, it would have crushed you. That is why the process feels intense. Pressure is not proof of rejection. Pressure is proof of proximity. You do not reinforce a structure that will never be used. You have been asking why everything feels harder even though you are doing fewer things. Why simple tasks require more energy. why motivation comes in waves instead of staying constant. This is because your system is being recalibrated for a higher load. The old pace cannot sustain the new assignment. What once felt like discipline would become burnout at the next level. So heaven slows you down now, even if your ego resists it. Pressure exposes what cannot come with you. Under pressure, masks crack. Distractions lose their appeal. False motivations collapse. You are seeing clearly what you used to tolerate blindly. That clarity can feel painful because it requires honesty. But honesty is the doorway to authority. You cannot lead, carry, or protect anything while lying to yourself about your limits. There is a quiet isolation that often accompanies this stage. Fewer messages, fewer invitations, less external affirmation. This is not abandonment. This is insulation. When something valuable is being prepared, it is removed from noise. Seeds grow in darkness. Muscles grow in resistance. Calling grows in obscurity. You are not being hidden as punishment. You are being shielded from interference. You may feel misunderstood right now. People who once resonated with you no longer do. Conversations feel shallow. You struggle to explain what is happening because language feels insufficient. This is normal. Pressure creates separation. Not because you are better, but because you are being assigned differently. Proximity changes when purpose changes. The temptation in this stage is to escape the pressure instead of allowing it to shape you. To numb yourself, to overwork, to chase validation, to revert to old habits that made you feel powerful. But those habits belong to a version of you that is expiring. Returning to them would feel familiar, but familiarity is not safety. Growth always feels unfamiliar before it feels natural. Understand this pressure reveals structure. If something collapses under pressure, it was never meant to carry weight. If something endures, it strengthens. What is falling apart in your life right now is not a tragedy. It is information. Pay attention to what survives without effort. Pay attention to what requires constant force. Promotion only comes after discernment. There is also a deeper surrender happening. You are realizing that willpower alone cannot sustain you anymore. That realization can feel like weakness, but it is actually wisdom. Self-reliance has a ceiling. Dependence on God does not. This is why pressure pushes you toward humility. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It is knowing where your strength truly comes from, as was proclaimed in the second letter to Timothy. Chapter 1, verse 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Notice what is named here. Power, love, and a sound mind. Pressure tests all three. Fear distorts power. Isolation distorts love. Chaos distorts the mind. This season is training you to hold all three under weight. You are learning how to remain steady while uncomfortable. How to choose obedience without emotional confirmation. How to trust alignment over applause. These lessons cannot be learned in ease. They require resistance. And once learned, they cannot be taken from you. This is why promotion is expensive. It costs the version of you that needed external reinforcement to move forward. You may wonder why others seem to advance faster while you feel slowed. Do not confuse visibility with readiness. Speed without structure leads to collapse. What is being built in you is not flashy, but it is durable. When the force arrives, those who rushed will scramble. Those who prepared will stand. This pressure is also teaching you boundaries. You are learning where to say no without explanation, where to withdraw without guilt, where to conserve energy without apology. Boundaries are not walls. They are load-bearing beams. Without them, everything caves in, and with them, you can hold far more than you ever imagined. There will be moments in this season when you question yourself, when you wonder if you misheard God, when you feel tempted to settle just to end the discomfort. Those moments are not signs to quit. They are checkpoints. Every significant promotion is preceded by doubt, because doubt forces you to decide what you actually believe. You are closer than you think. Pressure intensifies right before release. Do not make permanent decisions in temporary discomfort. Do not abandon alignment for relief. Relief fades. Alignment sustains. What is coming will require the version of you that pressure is forming right now, not the version you are tempted to retreat into. At the end of this message, as a simple but intentional act, comment the phrase, "I am ready." This is not for visibility on Mutz. It is for alignment. Writing it acknowledges that you recognize the pressure not as punishment, but as preparation, and that you are willing to let this process complete its work in you. You are now standing at a line that cannot be crossed casually. Everything before this point allowed delay, compromise, and partial obedience. Everything after this point does not. This is the moment of alignment or collapse. Not collapse as punishment, but collapse as consequence. Structures that are misaligned cannot stand under the force that is approaching. And you already feel it, the narrowing, the seriousness, the sense that neutrality is no longer an option. Alignment is not about perfection. It is about agreement. Agreement between what you carry inside and how you live outside. Agreement between what you claim to believe and what you actually tolerate. Until now, grace absorbed the misalignment. Mercy buffered the delay. But as responsibility increases, tolerance decreases. This is not cruelty. This is precision. Greater weight demands greater accuracy. You may feel exposed in this season. Old excuses no longer work. Old justifications feel hollow. You cannot talk yourself out of conviction the way you used to. That is because conviction has shifted from your thoughts into your core. Alignment has become physical. When something is off, your body reacts. When something is right, there is a quiet peace even if circumstances are uncertain. This is how you are being guided now. Collapse does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like burnout. Sometimes it looks like confusion. Sometimes it looks like losing clarity and calling it fatigue. These are warning signs, not identities. They appear when alignment is resisted for too long. Heaven does not force you, but it will not adjust truth to keep you comfortable. You must choose alignment before misalignment chooses for you. There are habits you can no longer negotiate with, conversations you can no longer entertain, environments you can no longer excuse. This does not mean you are becoming rigid. It means you are becoming exact. When a structure must hold power, even small fractures matter. You are learning that discernment is not judgment, it is survival at higher levels. You might grieve what alignment costs. Some relationships will change. Some opportunities will fall away. Some versions of success will no longer appeal to you. Let yourself feel that grief without turning back. What you are losing cannot go where you are going. If it could, it would remain. Release is not failure, it is confirmation. This is also where courage is required. Alignment will sometimes make you look unreasonable to people who benefit from your misalignment. They were comfortable when you overextended, overgave, overexplained. Your alignment disrupts patterns that relied on your silence. Expect resistance, expect misunderstanding, and do not interpret either as error. You are being trained to choose truth over relief. Relief is immediate. Truth is enduring. Relief quiets symptoms. Truth heals causes. Every time you choose alignment over comfort, something inside you strengthens. You may not see it immediately, but it accumulates. Eventually, you realize you are standing in places that once intimidated you, unshaken. Alignment also requires honesty with yourself, not harshness honesty. You cannot align with what you refuse to acknowledge. Where are you divided? Where do your actions contradict your convictions? Where are you delaying obedience under the name of wisdom? These questions are not accusations. They are invitations to stability. Heaven does not ask for everything at once. It asks for truth now. Truth about where you are, what you are carrying, and what you are willing to release. Alignment begins there. Once truth is established, strength follows. Power never rests on pretense. You are also learning that alignment is dynamic. It must be maintained. What was aligned last season may not be aligned now. That does not mean it was wrong then. It means growth has changed the requirements. Rigidity collapses. Responsiveness endures. Stay responsive. As Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 24. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. This is the essence of alignment. Not hearing alone, not agreeing alone, but practicing. Structure is proven when storms arrive, not when skies are clear. You are being taught how to build on what does not shift. This is why obedience matters more now than intention. Intention does not hold weight. Structure does. When the force comes, good intentions will not keep you standing. Alignment will. This is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to focus you. You are capable of building this way, or you would not be called to it. This verse also reminds you that storms are assumed. They are not optional events for a chosen life. The difference is not whether storms come, but whether what you build can endure them. Alignment is not avoidance, it is preparation. You are not being spared from impact. You are being strengthened for it. There is a quiet authority that begins to form when alignment is chosen consistently. You stop needing to convince. Your presence carries coherence. Your words land differently. Not because you are louder, but because you are integrated. Integrity creates gravity. People feel it even if they cannot explain it. At this point in the journey, encouragement matters, not flattery, but reinforcement. If these words are helping you navigate this narrowing path, it is okay to acknowledge that. A simple act liking this message, sharing it with someone who needs clarity, or subscribing to stay connected helps extend what is strengthening you to others who are standing at the same line. Growth is personal, but alignment often spreads through quiet connection. You are not being asked to rush. You are being asked to be precise. Slow alignment is faster than fast collapse. Every choice you make now is either reinforcing the structure or stressing it. Pay attention. You are capable of this level of responsibility, or you would not be here. This section is not about fear. It is about stewardship. You are learning how to carry what is coming without losing yourself. Alignment is how you remain standing when others fall, not because you are better, but because you listened when it mattered. Stand here for a moment. Feel the weight. Feel the clarity. This is the ground where stability is chosen. And once chosen, it becomes your foundation. What happens next is purification, and purification is never gentle to the flesh. This is the stage where the vessel is refined, not decorated, where appearance matters less than capacity, where what is hidden is addressed, not ignored. You are not being judged in this season. You are being prepared. Power that is unfiltered will corrupt the carrier. So before the force is released, the vessel must be clean enough to hold it without distortion. You may feel an unusual discomfort with habits that once felt harmless. Entertainment that once relaxed you now leaves you restless. Words you used to speak casually now feel heavy in your mouth. This is not legalism. This is sensitivity increasing. When purity increases, tolerance decreases. What once fit no longer does. Not because it is suddenly evil, but because it interferes with clarity. Purification begins in the unseen places. Thought patterns, motives, private reactions. The way you speak to yourself when no one is listening. These are being exposed not to shame you, but to free you. What is not purified will eventually control you under pressure. Heaven removes it now so it does not sabotage you later. This stage often feels lonely because purification separates you from what numbs you. You cannot hide behind noise anymore. Silence becomes unavoidable, and in silence, truth speaks loudly. You are becoming aware of how much you use distraction to avoid depth. Now depth is required. You are learning how to sit with yourself without escaping. There is also a cleansing of environment happening. Your tolerance for clutter, chaos, and disorder is changing. You want fewer things but more meaning, fewer voices but more truth. This is not minimalism as a trend. This is focus as survival. When the force arrives, anything unnecessary becomes a liability. Emotionally, purification feels like waves. Some days you feel light and clear. Other days, old emotions resurface unexpectedly. This does not mean you are going backward. It means layers are being removed. Healing is not linear. It spirals upward, revisiting old ground with new strength. What once overwhelmed you now passes through you. You may feel tempted to rush this process, to get back to productivity, to prove you are still useful. But usefulness without purity leads to burnout and compromise. God is far more interested in what you can carry than how much you can do. This season is not about output, it is about integrity. Purification also sharpens your discernment of people. You see more clearly now who drains you and who strengthens you, who speaks life and who feeds on access. This clarity may make you uncomfortable, especially if it requires distance. But distance is sometimes the kindest form of obedience. Not everyone who benefited from your availability deserves continued access to your anointing. You are learning that saying no is not rejection, it is stewardship. You are learning that rest is not retreat, it is maintenance. You are learning that obedience is not dramatic, it is consistent. These lessons form the inner structure that will support what is coming. As purification deepens, humility increases, not insecurity, but groundedness. You stop trying to impress. You stop defending your calling, and you stop announcing what God is doing, and you let the work speak later. This quiet confidence is evidence that ego is losing its grip, and where ego loosens, power flows safely. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Jeremiah in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 18, verse 6. Like clay in the hand of the potter, so are you in my hand. Clay does not shape itself. It yields. It stays soft. It allows pressure without resistance. This is the posture you are being trained into. Not passivity, but pliability. Purification hurts when you resist it. It heals when you cooperate. Every time you release a habit, a thought, or a reaction that no longer aligns, space is created. That space will not remain empty. It will be filled with strength, clarity, and authority. But first it must be cleared, must be. You are not losing yourself in this process. You are losing what was never truly you. The masks, the coping mechanisms, the borrowed identities. What remains is simpler, stronger, and more stable. That is the version that can withstand impact. This stage cannot be skipped. Anyone who tries to bypass purification will collapse under weight. You are being protected from that outcome, even when it feels uncomfortable. This is grace in action. Clean vessels last longer. Pure motives endure pressure. Clear hearts see further. At the end of this message, as a sign that you accept this refining process rather than resisting it, comment the number 777. This number represents completion through obedience, not perfection, but willingness. By doing so, you are acknowledging that purification is not punishment, but preparation. What you are being built into now is strength that does not fracture on impact. Not loud strength, not hurried strength, but rooted strength. The kind that remains standing when the force finally arrives and everything superficial is stripped away. This is the stage where bracing replaces cleansing, where posture matters more than movement. You are no longer being emptied. You are being reinforced. You may notice that fear tries to reappear here, but it is different than before. It is subtler. It whispers questions instead of shouting alarms. What if you are not ready? What if you misjudged the timing? What if the weight is too much? These thoughts are not signs of weakness, they are resistance encountering resolve. Strength is not the absence of fear. It is clarity that outlasts fear. This stage trains you to stand without adrenaline. Earlier seasons relied on urgency, emotion, and reaction. This one does not. You are learning how to remain steady when nothing is happening externally. That is harder than acting under pressure. Stillness reveals whether your foundation is internal or circumstantial, and yours is becoming internal. Your nervous system is adjusting. You no longer spike as easily. You no longer collapse as quickly. You recover faster. You regulate more consistently. These are not small changes. They are evidence that your body and spirit are learning how to hold sustained weight. Endurance is being formed quietly. You are also learning how to brace without hardening. Hardness snaps under pressure. Flexibility absorbs it. This is why tenderness has not been removed from you. Compassion remains. Sensitivity remains. What is gone is fragility. You can feel deeply now without breaking. That is strength. There will be moments when the force tests you before it fully arrives. Small pressures, unexpected resistance, delays that feel unnecessary. These are not setbacks. They are stress tests. Each one reveals how far you have come. Notice how differently you respond now compared to before. Notice how you pause instead of panic, how you reflect instead of react, how you listen instead of rush. This is formation. You are being taught how to hold authority without needing to announce it. Authority is not volume, it is stability. When something is anchored, it does not need to convince anything around it. Others adjust to it naturally. This is why your presence is changing. People may not know why, but they feel it. You are less persuadable, less movable, less chaotic inside. Strength also means discernment under pressure. Not every opportunity is aligned. Not every open door is yours. When power increases, temptation becomes strategic. You are learning to pause before moving, to test before agreeing, to feel before committing. This restraint will save you later. This phase may feel quiet compared to earlier intensity. Do not mistake quiet for inactivity. Deep reinforcement happens slowly. Foundations are not rushed. Muscles grow during rest, not during exertion. You are in a strengthening rest, not stagnation. There is also a shift in how you view time. You are less impatient, less reactive to delays. You understand now that timing is part of strength. Rushing fractures alignment. Waiting deepens it. You are no longer desperate for outcomes. You are anchored in readiness. You may still feel the weight of responsibility, but it no longer overwhelms you. You carry it differently. It sits on you instead of crushing you. This is the result of preparation layered upon preparation. What once felt unbearable now feels manageable. That is growth you cannot fake. You cannot. As Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 14, verse 28. Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? This is not about hesitation. It is about wisdom. Strength is not impulsive. It counts cost. It plans endurance. It builds to last. You are learning that calling is not proven by how quickly you start, but by how long you can stand. Many begin. Few endure. Endurance requires this season. The strengthening that feels uneventful now will be the reason you do not collapse later when everything accelerates. You are also being taught how to stand alone without being lonely, independence without isolation, confidence without arrogance. This balance is rare, and it is forged only through intentional formation. You are becoming someone who does not borrow stability from others. You generate it internally through alignment. When the force finally strikes, it will not ask if you are ready. It will simply arrive, but readiness will determine whether you rise or resist. You are being trained to rise, not dramatically, naturally. Strengthened things respond correctly under pressure without thinking. That is where you are heading. This section of the journey is about composure, about rootedness, about becoming someone who does not fracture when moved, challenged, or tested. You are no longer being shaped. You are being stabilized. And once stabilized, you become dependable by heaven's standards. Hold this posture, not tense, not rigid, grounded, present, aware. This is what strength looks like before impact. Now the impact has passed through you, and you are still standing, not untouched, but transformed. This is the moment many never reach, the moment after the strike, when the noise settles and reality becomes clear. You realize that what you feared did not destroy you. What approached you did not consume you. It revealed you. The force that once felt threatening has now become defining. You are no longer guessing who you are. You know, after impact, there is always silence. A holy quiet. It is in this silence that you recognize how much has changed. You no longer feel scattered. You no longer feel pulled in every direction. There is a gravity to you now, a centeredness. You move slower, but with certainty. You speak less, but with weight. You do not rush to explain yourself anymore. Your life has become the explanation. This is the stage where authority becomes visible, not announced, but recognized. People respond to you differently, even if they cannot articulate why. It is not charisma, it is coherence. Everything inside you is finally working together. Spirit, body, and mind are no longer in competition. They are aligned, and alignment creates presence. You are also aware now of what you survived. You remember the pressure, the purification, the narrowing. You remember how close you came to misunderstanding the process. That memory keeps you humble. It keeps you watchful. You know now that strength is not a personality trait. It is a condition maintained through obedience and awareness. You do not take it lightly. There is a new discernment in how you engage the world. You are no longer impressed by noise. You are no longer intimidated by opposition. You can feel when something is solid and when it is hollow. This discernment is not cynical. It is clean. You are not suspicious. You are selective. That selectivity protects what you now carry. After the impact, you also understand responsibility differently. You know that what rests on you is not just for you. Your steadiness becomes shelter for others. Your clarity becomes guidance. Your restraint becomes safety. This is why preparation mattered. Power that cannot protect others is incomplete. You are being trusted now because you are willing to be prepared. You may notice that opportunities begin to present themselves differently. Not rushed, not chaotic. They come with peace, even when they are challenging. You recognize them by their clarity, not by their excitement. You are no longer led by adrenaline. You are led by alignment. This makes your yes meaningful and your no unquestionable. There will still be challenges ahead. Impact does not mean the end of resistance. It means the end of fragility. What comes next will test your endurance, not your identity. You will bend, but you will not break. You will be stretched, but you will not tear. That is the difference preparation makes. You also carry compassion differently now. You no longer try to rescue everyone. You no longer absorb what is not yours to carry. You offer presence without depletion, truth without aggression, support without self-erasure. This balance is rare, and it is a sign of maturity. You are no longer leaking energy. You are stewarding it. There is a quiet joy in this stage. Not euphoria, not constant happiness, but peace. A peace that remains even when circumstances fluctuate. You trust yourself now because you have seen what you can endure. You trust God now because you have seen how precisely you were guided. That trust changes how you walk forward. As the ancient words recorded in Romans, chapter 8, verse 37, still echo today. In all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. Notice it does not say after these things. It says in all these things, the pressure, the purification, the impact. You did not conquer by avoiding them. You conquered by enduring through them. That is what made you more. This verse is not about dominance, it is about permanence. A conqueror remains when the battle is over. You are still here, still aligned, still standing. That is victory. Not everyone who survives impact remains whole. You did because you prepared. This is also where gratitude becomes natural, not forced. You are grateful not just for outcomes, but for process. You would not remove the difficult parts now because you see what they produced: depth, stability, authority. You understand now why shortcuts would have failed you, why you were slowed, why you were refined. Nothing was wasted. As you move forward from this place, remember what brought you here. Listening, obedience, willingness. These must remain. Strength is maintained the same way it is built, through alignment. Stay attentive. Stay honest. Stay grounded. The journey continues, but you continue differently now. If this message has walked with you through these stages, if it has helped you make sense of what you felt but could not name, you are welcome to acknowledge that connection. Gently supporting this work by liking, sharing it with someone who is preparing for their own impact, or subscribing to stay connected helps ensure these words reach others who are standing where you once stood. Not everyone needs this message, but those who do will recognize it. You are not who you were at the beginning, and you will never be that person again. The force has passed. the vessel held, and what remains is someone who can carry what comes next. Stand there for a moment. Feel the ground under your feet. Feel the steadiness in your breath. This is who you are now. The journey does not close here. It softens, and it widens, and it leaves space. What you have heard is not meant to resolve everything or tie your experience into a neat conclusion. Some things are meant to echo, not end. You will recognize parts of this message later days from now, weeks from now, when something inside you responds before you can explain why. That is how truth works when it is planted, not forced. You may walk away from this moment quietly. You may sit with it longer than you expected. You may feel nothing at all right now, only to feel everything later. All of that is acceptable. Growth does not announce itself. Transformation rarely asks for applause. It unfolds in the ordinary spaces where awareness has been awakened. Remember that what has been formed in you does not require constant attention to survive. It requires honesty. It requires listening. It requires returning to alignment when you notice drift. You already know how to do that now. You have learned the signals, and you recognize the stillness, and you trust the pause. There is no pressure to respond outwardly. If this message helped you, you will know. If it didn't, that is fine too. Not every word is for every season. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The work continues either way, and if at some point you feel moved to pass this along, to like it, to share it, to let it travel further, that choice can come naturally, without obligation. Meaning spreads best when it is offered freely. For now, let this moment breathe. Let yourself remain open. The story is still unfolding, and you are still becoming.